Have you ever wondered why our planet's weather patterns seem increasingly unpredictable? There's a mystery unfolding around us, one that touches every corner of our globe: climate change. It's a complex issue, but you can see its fingerprints everywhere. In the erratic weather patterns that catch us off guard, in the rising sea levels that threaten our coasts, in the melting ice caps that send chill down our spine. The culprit behind these anomalies is none other than climate change. What if I told you that the biggest contributor to climate change is us, humans? Yes, indeed, our very own actions have set in motion a series of events that are steadily altering the climate of this beautiful planet we call home. Let's break it down. Picture the countless cars on the road, factories churning out products, and power plants working overtime to keep our lights on. All these activities have one thing in common: they burn fossil fuels. When we burn these fuels, we release a gas known as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This gas, along with others such as methane and nitrous oxide, is what we call a greenhouse gas. But what does a greenhouse have to do with our climate? Imagine the Earth wrapped in a blanket of these gases. They allow sunlight to enter but trap some of the heat that would otherwise escape back into space. This is the greenhouse effect, a natural process essential for life on Earth. But our activities have loaded the blanket with too much gas, thickening it and trapping more heat than necessary. This is what leads to global warming. Then there's deforestation, where we chop down forests for timber or to make way for agriculture. Forests are nature's way of soaking up carbon dioxide. Less forest means more carbon dioxide stays in the atmosphere, worsening the greenhouse effect. Add industrialization to the mix, with its heavy reliance on fossil fuels and widespread environmental degradation, and you have a recipe for climate disaster. Yes, our actions have triggered a chain reaction affecting the very climate of our planet. So, what happens when our planet overheats? It's not a simple equation of hotter summers and milder winters. The effects ripple out, creating a cascade of changes that impact every corner of our world. Imagine, if you will, a domino effect. The first domino to fall is the rise in global temperatures. This isn't just about us sweating more, it's about the ice caps at our poles and on mountains melting at an unprecedented rate. As they melt, they pour more water into our oceans. This leads to the second domino: rising sea levels. Coastal cities around the world begin to flood, displacing millions of people and wreaking havoc on local economies. The next domino teeters on the brink. The warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, leading to more intense and frequent extreme weather events. We're not just talking about heavier rainfall, but also stronger hurricanes, fiercer wildfires, and more devastating droughts. Finally, the last domino falls. The impact on biodiversity is catastrophic. Species that can't adapt quickly enough face extinction, habitats disappear, ecosystems that have evolved over millions of years are disrupted, their delicate balance upset. The ripple effect of climate change touches everything, from the smallest microorganism to the largest mammal. In essence, climate change disrupts the delicate balance of our ecosystem. It's a chain reaction that, once started, is incredibly difficult to stop, but not impossible. And that's where we come in. But more on that in the next scene. But the question remains, can we turn the tide on climate change? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. We all have a part to play in this grand drama of our times, and it starts with understanding how our individual actions can make a difference. Firstly, we can reduce our carbon footprints. This isn't about grand gestures, but simple, everyday choices. Opt for public transportation or carpooling instead of driving solo. Choose local produce over imported goods. These small steps can add up to a significant reduction in our carbon emissions. Secondly, we can champion renewable energy. It's not just about installing solar panels on our roofs, although that would be fantastic too. We can support renewable energy by choosing energy providers who use wind, solar or hydropower. We can also advocate for incentives that make renewable energy more affordable for all. Lastly, we can raise our voices for sustainable policies. We can vote for leaders who prioritize the environment. We can lobby for laws that protect our natural resources and penalize pollution. We can educate others about the urgency of climate change. The power to slow down climate change rests with each one of us. It's high time we take responsibility and act. Remember, there is no planet B. We are the custodians of this beautiful Earth, and it's up to us to ensure it remains livable for future generations.